Hey, what's up guys, it's TechZoomer talking to you here. And in today's video, I want to talk about the Google Pixel 8 Pro 2 days later because I've been using this phone for the last 48 hours and I have some thoughts. This is not my full review, not even close. This is just my first impressions, my first big impressions on this phone. 2 days, I think it's more than enough to get the idea of how the experience will be. Of course, I cannot give you the full review on the cameras, the battery life, and even the performance. But I can tell you already which are the things that I actually like about this phone and the things that I kind of don't like and are getting very, very annoying. So, if you are excited, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. Of course, I will still keep using the iPhone 15 Pro Max and make comparisons with this phone. So, if you are excited for that, subscribe to the channel. No further ado, rolling. So, I've been using this phone for the last 2 days, and here are my thoughts. The iPhone 15 Pro Max, in my opinion, feels more premium, more stable, and I think iOS is better in general. This will turn out to be an iOS versus Android video, but yeah, that's my opinion. Now you know, I like iPhones, I like iOS, and the main thing that actually annoys me with the Google Pixel 8 Pro is actually not the hardware, but it's Android itself. Android, it's a good operating system. I don't have any troubles with it. In terms of being intuitive, I think that Android is really intuitive, really easy to use. I think it's on par with iOS in terms of qualities. But again, there's no ecosystem. And that's the thing that annoys me. The lack of ecosystem. The lack of integration between the iPhone, my AirPods, or even other buds. Like, I don't know. I was using my AirPods, and I have AirPods Pro if you don't know, and I took them off. The music doesn't stop. And transparency mode. The audio cancellation, not as good. All the connection part is not as seamless like just opening your AirPods and putting them in your ear. Now you have to go into settings, Bluetooth, and connect. And then there are the bugs. Android has way more bugs than iOS, in my opinion. And of course, it's not as stable on the social media apps. It's not even better on other apps. Play Store doesn't have as much apps as the App Store. They are really trash. Even the apps that they have is really trash. Like, it's really different. So I think that this approach to the Android side of having a more open source algorithm and having a more open source approach, I don't think it's a good one. I think that controlling your environment, controlling your ecosystem ensures that you have a better experience overall. And that's my experience, especially with Google Pixel 8 Pro. This is the closest we'll ever get to an iPhone on the Android side, and still, it's not even close to the iPhone in terms of user experience, in my opinion. Other than that, I do believe that the hardware, the cameras, the display, they are good. But are they $1,000 worth? Because with $1,000, you can buy last year's iPhone, or you can buy this year's iPhone a little bit cheaper, the iPhone 15 Plus. But I do believe that the iPhone 15 Plus, for most people, will have a better experience than the Google Pixel 8 Pro. In terms of the cameras, this one has a better camera system. But other than that, that one will feature FaceTime, iMessage, that one will feature AirDrop, so many things that you actually miss out when you have an Android phone that you won't when you are using an iPhone. And that was really highlighted in the last few days because, yeah, I switched to the Google Pixel Pro. I'm not joking. I put my SIM here. This is my main phone. Like, if I show you right now, let me just show you the screen. Right now, as you can see the cellular bars up there. Yeah, this is my phone. I don't have any more phones. I don't have any other SIMs. Maybe I'm using the iPhone 15 Pro Max here and there, but this is my main phone. I installed Instagram here, YouTube Studio here, Twitter or X here. So this is my main phone for the next month. And in the beginning, the first 2 days, my experience with Android has been kind of rocky. With the cameras though, really nice. This camera is really good. At night, taking photos, really incredible. And then there's the best part about the Google Pixel, in my opinion, being the smartest of smartphones. And now, on the camera app, there's this magic button on the bottom left corner called Magic Eraser. This is insane. This is probably the most insane thing about the Google Pixel 8 Pro. And I've tried it. Trust me, it's really cool. You can delete any object that you want. You can move around any object that you want. You can change people's faces if they are not good on a picture. It's just insane the level of AI that this phone has. Then, of course, there's the rest of AI features. I do believe that this phone is truly, truly smart. And then there's Google Assistant. Google Assistant. I don't like Google Assistant. This is very weird to say because most people say that Google Assistant is the best assistant on the planet right now. But I have a very different experience. I like Siri. I'm used to use Siri. But with Google Assistant, I think that the thing that annoys me the most is when I ask her something she doesn't default to answer me. She defaults to search it on Google. Hey Google, how many goals did Ronaldo score yesterday?
Here is some information for how many goals Ronaldo score in Al Nassr. According to Olympics.com, Cristiano Ronaldo has scored 32 goals in 37 matches for Al Nassr since joining the Riyadh-based club, which plays in the Saudi Pro League.
Hey Google, which game did Ronaldo play yesterday?
Here are some results from the web.
But I don't like it. I much prefer the City operating system and the City operating modus. But let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite assistant. For me, I do believe that Siri is better at doing simple tasks. Of course, Google Assistant might be smarter. I'm not saying that. Of course, Google Assistant might be better for the things you do. But for the things that I do, and I use my Assistant every time, Siri is better. So I know it's a very controversial take, but I do believe that for the things that I do, Siri is better. As for the display, this has 120 Hz panel, and this panel is really good. Really bright, the colors are very, very nice. The display is super fast, super responsive, so have no trouble with it. The only thing that I don't enjoy on the Pixel, and that's one of the things that actually annoys me the most on this Pixel hardware, is the lack of symmetry on the bezels. It's one of the best on the Android side, don't get me wrong. If I pull up this phone close to the camera, you will notice that the bezels, they are really thin at the top, and they go thin out also on the sides, but when you meet here, you will notice that the bezels here, they are thicker. So yeah, they are thicker at the bottom than they are at the top. And this annoys me because maybe because I was used to it on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, I'm not able to endure this lack of symmetry on the Google Pixel 8 Pro. Other than that, the display is really, really good. It has an under-display fingerprint, which is trash. I don't like it. My first 2 days are a really bad experience. Like, it does not work every time. Again, failed once, failed twice, failed 3 times, and then open it with my face. So the optical fingerprint reader here, completely trash. As for the Face ID, well, Face ID works, like it works every time, but it's only taking a picture of you. So it's not as secure as the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So you gotta weigh out. This works every time, works really well. Actually, the Face ID system here, Face ID, it works really good. And maybe it's even better than other camera-only Android phones, but I think that the iPhone is still more secure. And would I trust, or would you trust this camera system, Face ID, to open your bank accounts? That's something you gotta answer at the end of the day. Again, going back to these cameras. This is probably the best part of the Pixel this year. This has a 50 megapixel main camera, then has a 50 megapixel, I think, telephoto, and then a 12 megapixel ultra-wide. The telephoto is good, but the main star of the show is the main camera. The main camera takes incredible pictures. Incredible, incredible pictures. And now I understand every YouTuber saying that the Pixel has a specific look to the photos that it takes. Because I notice it. When I'm taking photos with the Pixel, I notice that it has this very specific look to the photos that I can really understand that is a Pixel photo without even knowing the phone that it took the photo. So yeah, you can see here this photo taken from a BMW. This is insane. This was at night with the rain. This looks so good. I also take the same picture with the iPhone and it looks good also, but I think that the Pixel just gives it an extra look. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but the Pixel with its special algorithm to the camera just gives it a very nice look. Other than that, the ultra-wide is also a good one to take photos. The ultra-wide at night also behaves well. It's really close to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And the telephoto here, it's not bad. I think it's a good telephoto, 5x, just like the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And it's probably on the level of the 15 Pro Max, but it doesn't have the same stabilization as the telephoto on the 15 Pro Max and not as much bokeh because it's not as good of an aperture as the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So other than that, I do believe that this camera system is good, not as great. But one thing that I need to mention for the first 2 days, and that's the camera bump. I actually handed this phone to several people that wanted to see it in person because it's the first time that the Pixel actually launches in Portugal, the place that I live. And God, the first reaction of many normal people to this phone is, oh my God, that camera bump is horrible, horrible, it's terrible, it's very sharp, it's very weird. More than 3-4 people have said this to me. And I'm like, wait, I actually like this camera bump. What are you saying? And they are like, no, this is terrible. I wouldn't ever buy this. $1,000 for that? That's crazy. And yeah, I need to give this feedback to you. That's what people are saying to me about this camera bump. So take that for what it is. I like it, but I see that most people won't. So this might be an issue for you, Pixel. This might be an issue. As for the temperature sensor, this is the biggest gimmick that I've ever seen on a phone. This is terrible, like trust me, this is so ridiculous, this is complete waste of hardware. I've used it like twice and it's not even accurate. So why would you use it? It's terrible. Like I've tried to measure the temperature of a frozen strawberry. You know what value it gave me? First, it was 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And then it decided, oh, okay, it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm like, wait, 30 degrees Fahrenheit of a difference? That's stupid. And then I tried it again and it gave me like 20. So I'm like, wait a minute. Like this variance is not normal. What are you doing? You're not even accurate. And then I tried it on other several things and it was accurate, but not accurate. Like it gave me a difference of 3-4 degrees by each reading. So I'm like, why? Why would you use it? On a human, the difference of having 36 degrees Celsius of fever and 38 or 40, it's the difference between being sick and not being sick. So yeah, this is not accurate enough. This is a complete gimmick on the Google Pixel phone. Terrible, terrible job, Google. In my full review, I will update it if I have any more updates on this, but I think that right now, it's terrible. In the last 2 days, I felt that this phone is comfortable in the hand, but it's weird because of this camera bump, because of the sheer size of the phone, because of the way that you use it, the optical fingerprint. I think that the iPhone 15 Pro Max has a better feeling. It feels better, feels premium, and the extra weight just feels better. I've handed this phone to several people and they say that this phone is too light for the price. If you know what that means, or if you don't, is that this phone for $1,000 or for $1,100 that it costs, it's too light. Because, yeah, it's light, but it's made of aluminum and glass. So this will always be light. Aluminum and glass are not premium materials. They are normal materials to use on expensive phones, but they are not extra premium, like titanium, like stainless steel. I thought that Google could do more with this hardware. I like to have that extra heft on the phone that gives it this premium feeling. I did not enjoy the weight of the iPhone 14 Pro Max. That was too heavy, but the 15 Pro Max is the perfect balance between heaviness and the premium feeling. So yeah, this does not feel even close as premium as the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Kind of feels cheap in the hand. Even the Samsung S22 Ultra, as I remember, felt better. So if you are looking for a premium feeling phone, when you open this phone in the box for the first time and pick it up, you will know what I mean. This is not as near as premium as the iPhone, and you can kind of feel it in the hand. So, at the end of the day, this is a great phone, but is $1,000 worth it? Well, I don't know. I need to wait for the full review to give you the answer, but for the first 2 days, yeah, I've liked it. I don't enjoy Android. I will definitely go back to the iPhone, but in the end, it's something nice to experience, something different, because I've been using iPhones for the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and now switching back to Android after like 1 year of using the Samsung S22 Ultra, it feels great, it feels different, it's something new. And normally, when you change things up, you'll feel refreshed, you feel something new in your life, something exciting. Now, after 2 days, I think that the excitement has wore off, and now the only thing left is the pain of using Android. So I will go back to my iOS phone, to my iPhone, in about 2-3 weeks when I have to return this Google Pixel 8 Pro. But other than that, wish me luck. Other things that also don't work are my Apple Watch with this Google Pixel 8 Pro, my AirPods, my car with CarPlay. So yeah, so many things that make it difficult, my Apple Watch. So I won't be switching, definitely. But for the first 2 days, yeah, it wasn't bad. So let me know in the comments below what you think about the Google Pixel 8 Pro. Have you bought one? Have you used one? Drop a like down below. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Follow my Twitter. Follow my Instagram. Bye-bye.